Thanks for staying with us. Is Eid Kabir, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice, is a time of joy, sharing, and community connection. The event is marked by acts of generosity, particularly through the tradition of distributing food to ensure everyone can partake in this celebration. This morning, to explain more to us, is a cleric, a Muslim cleric, Sheikh Adangwa. He's here joining us to talk more about the festival of Eid Kabir. Good morning and welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning and Eid Mubarak.
Okay, we didn't want to talk too much about it because we needed to hear from the horse's mouth. Tell us more, like people who have never heard about it. What is the significance of this celebration?
First and foremost, we need to give thanks to the Almighty Creator that started the world at this very time. Yeah, yesterday was known to be Arafat. Arafat simply signifies that was the day the whole of existence began. If you want to talk about human existence on the surface of the earth in togetherness with husband and wife, it started yesterday all over the universe. So, and when it started yesterday, people will celebrate the same day in Mount Arafah, that is in Mecca, and all those who are on the surface of the earth will also, if they are Muslims, celebrate same today. So then you see, Islam came in three phases. The first phase was the phase of Adam, that is the progenitor of mankind. Then the second phase is this phase where we have morality, liberation, and serenity included into Islam. That was the time of Prophet Abraham. So, and what he does, we will attach it to the first phase. And the last phase was the phase of the spreading, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was made to propagate the same and make a propaganda to the whole world, so that everybody will join the cause. And that happened once in his lifetime. So the second phase, that of Abraham, when he built the house, that is a sacred mosque in the Kaaba, he was asked to call people back to come and circumambulate around there and do their worship. And he was made to do three things. Number one, to expunge from the existence of mankind the satanic tendencies, which is the evil. That is why you see those who are in Mecca throwing stones today on the shaitan. You have the big shaitan that represents the father. You have the smaller one that.
There seem to be some disruptions there to the network, and we hope that the Sheikh can rejoin us and tell us more about the celebration. We're celebrating Eid Kabir today, and that's what he was explaining to us, how it came to be, telling us about the three phases of existence, from the one that has to do with the Maker, and then we got to Abrahamic time when we had to do with morality and all that. Okay, go ahead, please. We lost your audio at some point.
The Abrahamic time is when it has to do with involving morality into the existence of humanity. And what are the three things that Abraham did? The three things he did was the first one, that is submission in totality. The second one is to show respect to humanity. The mother respects the father respects the mother, and the both of them respect the child before the child now return the respect to them. So the aspect of parenting, total parenting in Islam, was enacted during the Abrahamic time. And the third one is for us to see that Allah himself that created the earth and heaven, authorized saying, that is when he wants to go and sacrifice his son, which is Ishmael, which we have in Genesis 22 verse 13. When he wants to go and sacrifice his son, the son was replaced with a ram. And that is the sacrifice we are doing today. Trying to remember generosity, trying to remember submission, trying to remember parenting, and trying to remember we Trying to remember the same thing that we are going to do together and we must be doing together. So the essence of Eid al-Adha is that what happened on that region from Arafat back to Mecca is what we should be doing in the world, and the practical aspect of it is what we are just saying in Mecca now. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
And what we are having now is the practical aspect of it in this dunya. So in this part of the world, that is the essence of the celebrations. So it's not an idolic type of worship. It's a worship that has to do with the creation of the world. And that was what happened during the Abrahamic mission.
Okay.
That is what everybody is following.
Having known the history, how it came about and all that, for the Muslim community, what significance does it have? When you're celebrating this, what are you reflecting on? What are the expectations of Muslims, and how are they what lessons are they supposed to take from here and affect society with?
The first one, there are four or five things we are going to take out from this. Number one is welfareism. You see, you have to cater for your neighbor. You have to cater for your neighbor. That your neighbor is not necessarily going to be a Muslim. It could be any person from anywhere, provided the person has a human future. So you have to be good to that neighbor so that both can So that is number one, welfareism. Number two is socialization. You have to dwell with yourself in the social community. You are all but one, so nobody must change what you have, because it emanated from Abraham, and Abraham is the father of faith. So whatever faith you have, that same faith is what is being practicalized now. The third one is love, the share of love. You take your money to go and buy a ram. That ram, you slaughter it today after the prayers. And when you slaughter the ram, and after finishing it to prepare it for eating, they are going to divide it into three aspects. The first aspect must go to your neighbor. It's a must. It's not by choice. It's a must. The second one is that's when we go to your neighbors who are rich and can cook it for themselves. The second aspect of it will still go to your neighbors and people around you who cannot or who do not have any means of getting themselves something to eat. You will now cook some food and cook the meat itself and place it on the food you have cooked, and you share it amongst the neighbors, amongst the people, not the neighbors alone. The third one, you leave it at home for you to share, taking care of yourself and your family. This is sharing and generosity, including love and mutual existence in harmony. That is what we have today, and that's what will be the takeaway.
When you talk about sharing with your neighbors, a question comes to mind. Who is your neighbor? Is it a Muslim neighbor or anybody that is surrounding you?
Your neighbor should not be a Muslim alone. Your neighbor is somebody that shares your futures. Your future and lives around you. 40 houses by the right and 40 houses by the left.
Okay.
So imagine we have 40 houses by the right and you are good to go with them. 40 houses by the left, you are good to go with them. Which means you have 81 houses altogether. Look at the spread. Nobody will be left out. So this time around, when it comes to faith must be what? Must be private. Leave your faith private. You must not endanger the life of others by trying to make them hear your faith. Everybody's faith belongs to him. He can judge himself and let his God judge him. So your neighbor from all sides, 40 in the right, 40 in the left, let it go round. And you see it's a circle that cannot be broken.
Okay, well, a concept you've just brought here kind of confuses me, or maybe it will confuse others as well. We've always known Islam to be a religion of peace. That's what we've been told. And then we find people who are fighting in the name of Islam and killing people. And you just said that you must not endanger the lives of others. So where do these groups come from? How are they where they are right now doing what they do?
No, let me tell you one thing that is sacrosanct. Anybody can come out and speak a language. Attaching a language to a religion is chaos. And when we are reporting, I mean you reporters, to do investigative journalism. Seeing somebody dressed the way I dress does not make him a Muslim. And seeing somebody the way you dress does not make him to be a non-Muslim. So dresses, language, or the tongue, let me say the tongue, everywhere in the world, by attaching same to Islam, if they are in my type of dressing or if they are in my type of speak my type of language, signifies that we are judging the book from the cover, which is not accepted. So Islam and Quran, we have a constitution, and that is the Quran. The Quran categorically and emphatically mentioned that if you kill a soul, it's like you'll be judged as somebody that has killed all souls on the surface of the earth. So Islam abhors in totality the killing of the souls. That is Islam for you. So if that is what we have, then how can somebody just come and say, I want to kill in the name of God? Which God? The God that created them by mistake, or the God that created them deliberately? He created those versions of people deliberately so that all of them can have it and say, I am human. So you have no right whatsoever to kill a soul for any reason whatsoever. Not for God, not for yourself, not for even for you to take a revenge. It's against the injunction of Islam for you to take a revenge. When anything is done to you, Quran teaches us that we will say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, we all belong to Allah, and unto whom we shall return. So what we never came with anything, and we're not going back with anything. But what we have in the media, the electronic media, the print media, and the social media, is that they will see somebody writing the name of Muhammad or slogan of Islam, and he will be shouting Allah Akbar when he wants to kill. That is against Islam. One, it is impersonation. Number two, it is absurd. Number three, it is weird. And number four, you know that if you kill a soul, you are going to hellfire. So what is the reason?
Yeah, but that shouldn't be.
If they kill somebody,
that shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be the blame of. That shouldn't be the blame of the media or all that, that someone is claiming to be a Muslim and then is killing others. My question right now, because that's what is happening. And if you don't, I needed to ask that question so that people will know that these people are not real Muslims. From your definition, they are not real Muslims, so that we don't generalize and say anybody who is saying, very good.
And they can never be.
Very good. But what is the Muslim community doing to rid its body of this kind of people who are soiling the name of Islam? Because every religion talks about love. Even the quote that you said, we all belong to God and we will return to God, is the same in Christianity. And they also say vengeance is of the Lord. So if the true Islam is of peace, and like you're talking, sacrifice and celebration with other people who may not even have and all that, that is love being personified, being, practicalized. So what are you doing as a Muslim community to rid your body of these criminals, so to speak?
Number one, we are talking every time, every nook and cranny that we have the ability to show people that this is the true Islam. Number two is that we want the synergy from those of you in the media, any type of any piece of media that you represent, that you should try and get the proper teachings of Islam from players who are renowned and revered, so that you will not put something in the air that will cause confusion to the people. Number three, anytime somebody is caught and is being interrogated, and you find out that he's not a Muslim, as what is happening in Nigeria now, you say, Okay, there are Boko Haram. Boko Haram are alone. Hello, when they are caught and they are tried to even recite the Fatiha, the only surah that we must read 17 times a day, they cannot read it. Yet you tag them as Muslims. This is where we have to work together, synergizing what we want to put to the people to change their mentality and to change their ideology. But if in a situation we have a double standard treatment, then it means that anything that comes out from Islam is not accepted by the people. It's out of misconception and out of double standard treatment. What has the Muslim got to do with what we are doing? And you can see it all over the media, you can see it all over the world, the trials that people are giving to Muslims. Even from the point of using hijab, what does the hijab of a Muslim has to do with a non-Muslim? Why are they angry from a Muslim using hijab? Let's start from there. Until we understand ourselves, until the men of God have the versatility of both books, then we are going nowhere. Let us know that the Bible and the Quran complement each other. They are not in contradiction. And this is what we have all over the world. People see Bible different from the Islam. People see the Old Testament, which we call the Zabur and the Torah, different from Islam. The Psalms in the Bible belongs to us too.
Okay, Sheikh.
So all those things will come together and let us make it one.
Sheikh, I just needed to bring that because that's not what we're discussing today anyway, but I needed to re-emphasize that.
That is what we need. That is what we need to break the genes.
Yes,
that is what exactly we need to break the genes. We must synergize.
Yeah.
And there and then we'll be able to fish out those culprits that are doing those things.
Yeah. So I'm worried for maybe a Muslim, I'm worried for the Muslim community, especially like this year. So I'm asking this question, is it a sin, according to the Muslim tradition, for you not to kill a ram on this day? I'm asking this because sampling the prices in the market this year especially, a lot of Muslims that may be pious may not be able to afford a ram. A ram goes for 350, from 350 to as high as 1.2 million naira this year, depending on the size of the ram and all that and where you're buying that ram. So what if a Muslim is not able to afford a ram?
There is a rule for slaughtering a ram. The rule for slaughtering a ram is attached to the going to Mecca. If you have money, go to Mecca. If you have money, buy a ram. If you don't have money, you can leave. We are not under any compulsion. It's a choice.
Okay.
You have the money, you have the wherewithal, do. You don't have it, leave it. So you will get from others who have it, and you share within yourselves, and it will be enough.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. We would like you to give Nigerians a special message, a special Salah message this morning as they are watching us today.
No, my message is just a simple one. You see, we are copying from those who are in Saudi Arabia, and they have one international, general, unique message. We should apply it in all the places that we are to, all over the world. Number one, no illegal thought, no illicit acts, and there should be no arguments. So when you don't say something that will cause disharmony, then you don't act the same way, then you don't even argue. You people should reach a compromise in everything you do, then you have a good reality of coexistence amongst one another. That is what we need. That equates to love. That equates to sharing. That equates to tranquility. That equates to peace and harmony.
Okay. Well, Barakat is Salah to you, and we hope that you and your household and everybody around you will have a cause to even thank God more for this day and the days ahead, and even the ones that have passed. Thank you very much for coming on our show and enlightening us.
God bless you.
All right, you too. Okay, we've been talking to Sheikh Adongba Abdurrahman. He's a Muslim cleric, and we will take a break now. When we return, we'll be looking at grassroots politics in Nigeria, revving grassroots governance. We'll be having Dayo Ashade join us for that discussion. Stay with us.